It's time to show me your back end on the Build Big Biz Google Hangout and YouTube channel. Each week on Show Me Your Back End, marketing expert and author Mr. Steve Rosenbaum uncovers simple strategies designed for business owners to quickly improve their sales and profitability. Show Me Your Back End is brought to you by Zapowie. And now here's our host, the original back end specialist, my good friend Steve Rosenbaum.
Hey, Rob. Thanks so much.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by my view today, so just
look at that.
Let's see. We'll take it over here. I guess I'm in the Bahamas today. Can you see the water back there?
That is awesome, Rob.
Actually, that's Gilbert, Arizona, so I just might be a little distracted. Usually I'm holed up inside, and I decided to get outside today, so I'm like a dog.
Where are you?
You know, actually, I'm in a place very similar but totally different. I'm in the same city, just in a slightly different dimension.
Wow.
Right.
No, I'm in Gilbert, Arizona, with Rob as I was heading to San Diego. This was on the way, so I decided to stop by and visit Mr. Rob Actis himself. He's been extremely kind, very generous. His family is awesome. I've been having a great time since I'm here. So thank you so much, Rob.
Oh yeah.
High five up top.
Damn.
Right.
Well,
So,
I'm
hey,
jealous.
the powers of modern technology. We're here on a, what do you call that thing that I've never seen before? A hotspot?
This is the AT&T Wi-Fi hotspot. It's amazing. Fastest speeds I've ever seen, even in expensive hotels.
Yeah, we're outside. It's a beautiful day in Gilbert. We're overlooking the lagoon pool with the waterfalls in the background, and this is why we do what we do.
Well, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd join the crowd here. Hang on a second. All right.
Very nice.
All right. All right. It's time for Show Me Your Back End.
Okay.
Rob, next time you're having a party, you got to invite me.
Yeah. Okay. Bring your plant, your glasses. You're invited.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Show Me Your Back End. How we doing, guys? Everybody finding their way here? The crowd. Oh, we got people here. Awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Will you drop the YouTube link in the chat for us so we can keep an eye on the comments and stuff?
Let me do that real quick, and then we'll get started here.
All right. I'll open up the comment section in the Hangout toolbox here.
Okay.
While we're at it.
There we go.
That, and there it is.
All right.
Hey, Patricia, how are you? Robert, Richard, thank you. How's it going?
All right. Let's. I switched over to you too late. Okay, here we go. Hey, today I wanted to circle around and talk about something we talked about a few weeks ago because, first of all, it's so important, and secondly, we've been getting a ton of feedback about this. And I'm glad because it's one of the most important subjects that I talk about with our back-end specialists, our Zapowie back-end specialists. And what I'm talking about is winning back past customers. So today I want to do a special show just focusing on that. We don't have our normal big expert panel because it's going to be mostly the three of us talking about it and showing you tips. So today, for the audience that we have here, as always, we have an audience made up of small business managers and owners. We've got marketing consultants, people sometimes that call themselves offliners, and of course we have Zapowie certified back-end specialists with us in the crowd today. And that's what we're going to focus on, is what a Zapowie back-end specialist would do with you business owners, with you business managers to help you win customers back. Now, I've put together a few slides I want to share with you, so let me pull that up on the screen here. 1 second, please. Here we go. I do have to learn how to do this a little better with the PowerPoint, so for now we have to do it this way. Or get a second monitor, right, Zane?
That's right.
That's what I got to do.
It'll be a night and day difference, man, I promise.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. But for now, if we do that, that makes it nice and big, doesn't it? And let me pull it over a little bit here.
You know, and if it gets too hard, I'll just drive down to Austin again. All right, my forte.
Okay, there we go. Got it. All right, so first of all, let's talk about the cost of lost customers. In so many businesses that are hurting right now, and they're looking for new business, and they want to focus on getting new traffic, getting new leads. What I want to show, I pulled this out of a book called Leading on the Edge of Chaos by Emmett C. Murphy and Mark A. Murphy. And these are some fascinating stats. First of all, acquiring new customers can cost as much as 5 times more than satisfying and retaining current customers. Now, how amazing is that? As a marketing consultant, when I talk to a lot of my clients, a lot of them are asking me they're always saying to me, Steve, can you help us get more traffic? Can you help us get more people in the door? Can you help us get more people to our website? And I say, yeah, I can help you with all those things. Of course I can. But what are you doing right now about doing more business with your current customers, about increasing your lifetime value of your current customers? And most of the times that conversation is like crickets. The answer is nothing. They're not doing anything. There's silence. And this is why this is so important. So keep this in mind. Acquiring a new customer can cost as much as 5 times more than satisfying and retaining current customers.
And Steve, just to jump in there, not only does it cost 5 times more, but you may spend 6 or 7 or 10 times more, and also you may not even have a customer. So if you just take care of the customers that you currently have and really take care of them and give them an extraordinary customer experience, it's a lot less stressful. It's a lot more pleasant for them because they're happy, and it just makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. That's exactly right, Rob. Thanks for pointing it out. So here's another interesting stat. A 2% increase in customer retention has the same effect as decreasing costs by 10%.
Huh.
Right? 2%.
No, I didn't know that. That's new to me. I didn't know that.
You like that one?
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's great.
Uh-oh, I lost it. Hang on, I lost it.
Not to sound political, but maybe our federal government could figure that out.
Now, Rob. That's next week's show again. Today we're going to show you our back end. No, I don't know. There's a joke in there somewhere. I'll have to think about that. Yeah. All right. So 2% increase in customer retention has the same effect as decreasing costs by 10%, right? So the business owners, they get on an austerity program. They want to cut their way to profitability. Let me tell you a little secret. It's impossible to cut your way to profitability. You can't do it. All right. I was talking to a restaurant owner, and that's what he was trying to do. So he started putting less tomatoes on the sandwich, and not only that, he started buying his tomatoes at a cheaper place. You know, what's going to happen with that situation, Rob?
Well, I used to own a restaurant, and it really ticks people off because if you are someone who is committed to having high quality, and people see that the food quality is going down and down and down, you're going to lose the customers that you have built and worked so hard to get, and then you're going to not get new customers. And if you do get them, they're not going to stay. So you might as well just chisel away your business if you cut your costs like that.
That's right. So there is no cutting your way to profitability. All right, but simply going back and focusing on those past customers can increase a 2% increase there is the same as cutting costs by 10%. That's unbelievable. All right, let's go on to the next one. Hey, Zane, are you monitoring any feedback or questions about these as I go through them?
Just mostly everybody saying hello and interested, but now that you're taking the moment, guys, let us know if this is making sense, if you have any questions, and we may have to circle back to it. But so far, no questions, no feedback yet.
Okay, so let's move on. I got some more stats for you here. Hang on here. Depending on the industry, reducing your customer defection rate by 5% can increase your profitability by 10% to 125%. 125%, that's more than doubling your profitability. You want to increase your ROI, you want to increase your profitability, then improve your customer retention. And it's not hard to do. That's why we're here today, is talk about how to do that. In a few minutes, I'm going to share with you past customer letters, okay, that you can use to send out to those people you've done business with before to get them coming back to you, doing more business. And just think about that. If you're 5% successful with that, it could have the same effect. It could have almost a double impact on your profitability.
Absolutely. Well, and what I wanted to contribute is simply that, you know, the emphasis in most businesses is always to get new customers. I feel that having a solid back end actually helps getting the new customers as well, because you know that there's a process that they're going to go through that keeps them happy, so it makes the acquisition part of it, even as expensive as it is, when it actually comes to that, makes it much more effective because, again, you have that solid built-in backend.
Excellent point. You know, what I hear a lot from the clients that implement our back-end strategies is their clients love them. They post raving reviews about them online. They say things like, you're different from everybody else. You communicate much better than other companies I've done business with. I like you better than so-and-so because I did business with them and never heard from them, which is usually the case because most businesses don't have these type of systems in place. So those are all the type of things, Zane, you're right. It can even help you win over new business because the word gets around that you communicate better, that you take better care of your customers. And then when those new people come in, they've already had the expectations. And if you have those systems set up in place, you're going to meet those expectations. You're going to exceed those expectations, and people will be thrilled. And it starts a virtuous cycle of engaging and bringing more businesses on, and it feeds itself, and it starts growing exponentially. And that's why a slight increase can have huge effects. Later in this show, we're going to talk about how to exponentially grow your customer list, your prospect list, and how that virtuous cycle can feed on itself in that way.
You know, I was going to jump in there, and it's really important as a business owner to understand this, is that a lot of business owners will think, you know, I don't want to bother my customers. I don't want to keep sending them contact information about my, you know, what's going on in the business. Well, understand one thing. They're doing business with you because they like you. And if you are adding value to their life by letting them know the other services that you provide or how you can make their life better, they want to hear that. Like, there's certain businesses that I love that I work with on a very continual basis that send me updates, and I look forward to their updates because I really, really like their company, and I really want to know everything that's going on with their company. So when you understand that the customers that you have are looking forward to information about your company and that you're providing them a service by doing that, then you can understand how important it is to have this back end and then the tools, what Steve will talk about. But you got to get to the mindset that you really need to do that because it's all part of the customer experience.
Yeah, and actually we do have a question here from Adam Tarbox, right? And he says, just curious, where do these stats come from? They're great stats.
Thanks, Adam. This is from a book. Let me put it back on the screen. This is from the book Leading on the Edge of Chaos by Emmett C. Murphy and Mark A. Murphy. Thanks, Adam. That's a great question. All right,
and,
now I'm sorry, go ahead.
One other thing, Ben Kendall makes a really good point. He says, I like that it's impossible to cut your way to profitability. And I second that. I think that's an excellent point to make.
I'm going to make a hat on that. I'm going to make a hat that says that.
Right, yeah.
Well,
we're the business mixers.
I have the trademark on that, Rob, so you just send the royalty check.
Okay.
Okay. So, I did that after Doug Collins got the three-peat trademark for the Bulls. So I went out and got, you can't cut your way to profitability because I could see the value in that. All right. And finally, customer profitability tends to increase over the life of a retained customer. So what's that mean? The longer that you keep your customers, the more profitable they're going to become. And this is not a linear curve. This is not a straight line. This is an exponential curve that starts, it gradually, as you bring on a new customer and you're starting to allocate against the acquisition costs and so forth, they're not nearly as profitable at the early points. But then you get that critical mass stage, a tipping point, where that curve starts going up almost vertically. And I'm doing that with you can't see, I'm taking my arms up towards the ceiling. Okay, but it's once you get past that tipping point, then the longer those folks stay, the more profitable they are. Okay, you've got the expensive customer acquisition costs out. You've got the marketing costs all allocated. You've set them up in your systems. You've created all the files for them. And all the things that it takes to acquire a new business and service that, they're all taken care of. So as they stay with you longer and longer and longer, and they do more business with you, their lifetime value increases, And the percentage of that additional revenue that goes toward your bottom line, that goes towards the profit line, is much, much higher the longer those people stay with you. Not to mention the intangible results, which is they become champions of their business. They refer you. They tell people they love doing business with you. They post about you on Facebook and Google+, and they give you positive reviews. Those are all the intangibles that come along with it that aren't even factored into this. All right. One more thing I wanted to show you. Well, let's start this segment in a second. I want to go back one more time, Zane, and see if A, do you have any questions, and B, I want to talk to Rob for a second about some things he's working on.
All right.
Anything new, Zane, over there?
That sounds like a great plan. Well, we do have a comment. Oh, sorry, I was messing around with a couple of different settings, making sure everything was working. But coming back around. Okay.
All right. Hey, Rob. In the meantime, this is an exciting time for you. I know your book's about to launch, isn't it?
It is, and I'm elated about this. And just to let you know that it's not my book per se. I was very fortunate to be able to produce and voice a book. It's actually a bestseller on Amazon right now. It's by an author named Hal Elrod. It's called The Miracle Morning, and it's a personal development book. And I've read a lot of personal development books, and I have to say, I never knew that when I did this project, this book would transform my life. And it actually has transformed my life. And if you know me, you'll see that I'm a little bit different. You can see different videos of me, but I am different. And opportunity is just flooding its way to me. And it's just amazing. So it comes out any day. It'll be on Audible, iTunes Store, and Amazon. It's called The Miracle Morning. And I think you're going to really like it. Matter of fact, on halelrod.com, there will be about a 30-minute audio sample. You can take a listen to it. There's about a 5-minute sample that will be on Audible, but I think you'll really like it. The people I shared it with Steve, and I shared it with Hal, with Zane, and I think that it could possibly transform your life in a very good way. And we're all up to this big stuff, and this is a way to help you have big stuff happen in your life.
Hey, Rob, is this the right site here? This is miraclemorning.com. Is that the right site?
That is. And if you go back to it, I think he's got the audio up there right now. Let me see. I can't see it.
Is this it right here?
Let me see. Never actually. No, it'll be up. So that's his rap song, but that's where it will be any day. As soon as it launches on Audible, there'll be an audio preview. And we're really excited about it. It's really cool. It's mytmmcommunity.com. It's for people that are really up to some big stuff. Go check it out. You can get a free chapter. But it's a guy who overcomes some amazing obstacles in his life and has transformed his life. And it's a step by step by step, which is not just as much as theory. If you just do it, it'll change. And I wish you guys all transform life, because I never thought my life would start to appear as it is now, and I'm pretty pumped.
Hey, and Rob, first of all, I gotta give you a big high five and congratulations, because I want to tell you, you've done an outstanding job.
Boom. Thank you.
Voicing this book. I mean, I don't even know how to put into words. I listen to it while I'm doing my walks, and you're just doing an outstanding job with it. From everything from the vividness of the actual accident, which just had me shaking, to the actual inspirational moments. You've just done an awesome job. Congratulations on that, buddy.
Thank you. I'm really excited about it. A lot of us, I have ADHD, a lot of people do, and they can't sit down and just read a book. I'll read it to you. And I did my best to channel Hal and not have it be me. And I worked really, really hard to make it, to honor it the way that I thought that it needed to be honored. It wasn't just a project. It became like a mission to make this as great as I can make it, so that it will live on for a long time.
Well, you nailed it, buddy. Congrats.
Thank you.
Very
Thanks.
cool. Yeah, and I just want to say that the few things that I've picked up from it have really changed my outlook quite a bit, as well as like I was telling you earlier this morning, just the tips about how to really wake up and be ready for the day. Just really put it over the edge, and started putting things on a whole new level for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to pitch this book. I'm just telling you, this book will change your life. It's really that good. So, I mean, there's about 100 reviews. They're all 5-star reviews on Amazon for the book, and that's a lot. And it just came out in December of 2012. So,
well, Steve,
Yeah.
we do have one question from Jim Crabb. He's
Yeah.
asking if you could if you could show the first slide about acquiring versus retention again.
Yeah, let's go back to that, Jim. Hang on a second.
And then Rod Stevens asks, he's a new CPR member, and he has an appointment with a major warehousing, packaging, and trucking firm, and he's wondering if he could, maybe get some help a little bit later.
Hey, well, first of all,
right? Yeah. Woo!
And a big cha-ching. Way to go, Rod. Way to go. Way to take action. Rod, here's a commitment I'll make to you. I'll meet you in our ZNet area. ZNet is our private area for people in my program, back-end specialists. Why don't you put a post up there, Rod, and number one, I will respond. Number two, other people from the community will respond. And I'll also see if I can't hook up with you on Skype in the next day or so to help you out. Congratulations, Rod. Very proud of you. And also, Terrell, our buddy Terrell Ray is a great resource for you. He can help you with that as well. But congrats, way to go. And also congrats to your client who's about to get a lot more profitable because of your help, Rod.
absolutely.
Way to go. All right. Jim, let's see if, is this a slide you were talking about, Jim? Hang on here. Jim, is that the slide you were looking for? All right, it was the first two stats from the book. First one saying that acquiring new customers can cost as much as 5 times more than satisfying and retaining customers. And secondly, a 2% increase in customer retention has the same effect as decreasing costs. Hopefully that's the slide, Jim. If not, I'll ask you to go back to the replay, which will be on YouTube as soon as we're done here. But thanks for asking. All right, now, I wanted to show you what this all looked like. Now, this is a slide, you've seen this before. This is a slide from, hang on, let me clean this up a little bit, because I'm not doing this as a slide presentation. So, there we go. There we go. All right.
Hey, Steve, I just want to let you know that I'll be vanishing in about 19 minutes. My laptop didn't get completely charged, and so I have 19 minutes of battery power. I just want to let you know that I will be just poofing away, so just so you know. I may wave at you behind Zane, but that's about it. So just let you know. So if you need anything from me, you got 18 minutes.
Okay, 18 minutes before Rob poofs.
Exactly.
Okay, thanks, Rob.
You're welcome. I just wanted you to know that.
Thank you, buddy. All right, now, you may recall this slide. We showed it in 3 or 4 weeks back when we first talked about past customer reactivation. But let me just go over it to tell you what this looks like. Here are the steps that we take as back-end specialists. This is what we do for our clients. And you can emulate this. You can take what I'm teaching you right now and you can do it tomorrow and it will work. All right? You will have some success with it. Now, of course, we've got some tricks of the trade and stuff that we do in addition to this, but this is the basic overview, the 30,000-foot overview of the steps that you take back to win back customers. What you want to do is you want to send out a series of emails. And here's where most people get this wrong. They send out what I call a one-way email. It's pushing. And I make all these hand movements, and you can't see them when I got my slide up here, but I'm pushing with my hands because most messages are one-way, and there's a push message towards the customer. It doesn't engage them at all. Pushing actually pushes them away. Okay? What you want to do is you want to engage. Now I'm taking my hands and bringing them towards me. All right, you want to engage people and bring them towards you. So you ask a question, and you give what we call calls to action. And a call to action could be as simple as a click on a link that says, go watch this video. All right, don't just try to put the picture or put the video or attach a report to the email. Don't do that, okay? Because you can't track that. You want to have something in there you can track. Put a link in there that takes them somewhere. Now, if you want, you can take them somewhere where they have an additional call to action, such as filling out a form or filling out a survey. All right? And what we want to do is within this campaign where we're sending out emails, we want to establish, think of a staircase, okay? And the staircase are steps that you want your best prospects to walk up. And what's going to be left at the end of this is you're going to have some people standing at the top of the stairs. These are the people I call ready, willing, and able. They've identified themselves because they've taken those additional steps. The steps are filters. I hear all the time from clients, and they say, Steve, if we're afraid if we ask them to take these steps, they might not take the steps. And that's exactly what you want to happen. You want the majority of the people not to take the steps. As long as you have a good nurture campaign in place that keeps them engaged and they don't fall through the cracks totally, what you're really looking here is you're looking to filter, to find the RWAs, the ready, willing, and able. And they're the people that rise to the top of the steps. Okay? Now, going back to my slides, I outlined here 4 potential steps. This is arbitrary. You could do it this way or not do it this way. What I did was I created 3 emails, and I sent them out on 3 successive days. And the first one said, hey, we're having a 3-day special where you can get a coupon, good for a discount on something. And if they opened the email and they wanted the coupon, they had to click on the link. Now notice, I did not just give them the coupon. How many emails do you get every day and you open it up and it's got a pretty picture of a coupon right there that says, here you go, have a coupon. What's the problem with that, guys? What's the problem with just giving it?
All you're doing is just taking money away from you.
Yeah, exactly.
And you also can't track it, can you? You don't know who's taken interest, who hasn't. The only way you do know is the people that actually walk in the store and use that coupon.
Exactly.
Okay? But so what we want to do is we want to track the people that take that first step, because then we could follow up with them with more information, more education, anything to help convince them to make the sale. So after they open the email, after they click on the link, I still don't give them the coupon. I ask them to fill out a form to get that coupon. And then after that, I actually take them to a survey, and I ask them to answer some questions. Now, this is what the results look like. Okay? This was for one of my clients named Mark.
Look at that big smile.
Look at that big smile. Here's the reason that's a big smile. We call this process sales CPR. In his sales CPR campaign, inbound calls were up 119%. This is in less than 1 week, okay, using sales CPR. It found us a new builder client and got us several new orders. I'll take the workload. Now, Mark said that, I'll take the workload, because the other part of his email said this. Number one, just 2 weeks before this, Mark called me. He was a client. He said, Steve, we got to do a sales CPR because business is slow. And Mark had already had 3 successful sales CPR campaigns, so he wanted to do it again. So just 2 weeks earlier, he called. He says, business is slow. I need more business. We did the sales CPR. That last step was a survey that I told you about, and the final question said this. Whoops. The final question said, what's your time frame? Would you like to buy new shutters now, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months? Look at these responses that said now.
Wow.
This was over $50,000 of potential new business for Mark. Okay?
Wow.
We found
Nice.
this for. Now, can you go back to get that image in your head? Do you see that these are the people that are standing on the top of the steps? Right? Because in order for them to say now, they had to go through these steps. They had to take step 1 and open the email. They had to go to step 2. They had to click on a link. Step 3, they had to fill out a form. Step 4, they had to take a survey. And within that survey, they literally told us, I want to buy from you right now.
Hey, Steve, speaking of which, Rod Stevens had a question, and he asks, do you always use a survey?
Well, Rob, that's a great question, and frankly, that is one of the hallmarks of sales CPR. No, you don't have to do a survey. But Rod, how cool is it when you take a survey and 11 people raise their hands and say, yeah, I'm ready to buy from you right now. Now, in Mark's case, Mark has commissioned salespeople working for him. How much do his salespeople love him when they walk into work and Mark says, here you go, guys, here's 11 people that are waiting to hear from you today. You think your salespeople love that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the power of the survey, Rod. You don't have to do it, but it literally takes your wide funnel. I'm trying to do this, and it brings it like this together. You can't see it on my screen. Whatever. Do these hand motions. I talk a lot with my hands. I get that from my mother. Hi, Ma. All right.
You're back on the screen.
But it takes all that and it brings it together, Rod. That's why we use the survey. And that's why we use the call to actions. And those are hallmarks of sales CPR that separate it and, frankly, make it the best past customer letter campaign out there. It's widely recognized for the success that we get. And we've had the success all over the world with businesses of all types and sizes. So that's why, Rod.
There's actually a really great comment by Net Marketing Business that says that a survey is a great step, is a good tool to help you filter your prospects and find your hottest prospects. I think it's a really good point as well.
Absolutely right. Thanks for that comment. Fantastic. All right. So that is, let me bring back my screen here 1 second, folks. Trying to manage all these controls here. Okay. So there we go. Finally. So let's summarize. Here are your past customer letter tips. Number 1, use it to segment and target. Those steps help you segment and target. Use calls to action. Link escalating calls to action. Those are your steps, okay? And escalating means each step gets tougher. First step is just opening an email. That's not so hard. Second one is clicking on a link. Well, it's a little harder, but it's not much harder than that. The third one is filling out a form. Okay, you have to use some effort there. The fourth one is filling out a survey. That's a lot of effort. The people that go through all those steps are identifying themselves as your ready, willing, and able prospects. All right? That's what I mean by link escalating calls to actions. Think of that staircase. And finally, you're filtering for the top action takers, the people that climb to the top of all those steps. That is a very fast summary of a very successful way to send out past customer letters, what we call sales CPR. If you're in business, all right, and you'd like information on how to do this, then please contact us. Go to our website at buildbigbiz.com, and there's a form there. Just fill out the form, put in the comments that you'd like to talk to somebody about sales CPR. We will have one of our certified back-end specialists contact you and help you out. And remember, a 2% increase, what was that, right? Let me go back, and I don't want to mess this up. Let's go get that stat right. A 2% increase in customer retention has the same effect as decreasing costs by 10%. Okay? So if you're ready to quit trying to cut your way to profitability and you want to go back and get back some of those past customers, those are the steps to take. All right.
Absolutely.
I'm going to shift gears into another portion of this show. What else we got going on there in the chat room?
Yeah. Well, before you jump into the next segment, of course, I want to remind everybody to drop a comment here if you've got any questions or comments or anything like that. Depending on how your screen is being displayed, you're either going to comment here, or if you're watching the replay, you want to comment down below. Let us know your questions. Let us know your thoughts, especially on topics that you want to see in the future. You want to share this, of course, the same thing. Down here is the share. Share with your friends. If you're going to tweet about the show, it's hashtag SMYBE, and let your friends know about this. Any businesses that you know of. Our whole goal is to help businesses grow, get more customers, not just survive, but thrive in this new and global economy, right? So let's see, as far as any comments go, Net Marketing Business, that's actually Terrell. Hey, Terrell, how's it going? And,
is that Terrell? Terrell's on a train.
Yeah, well, Terrell, it said Net Marketing Business. He made the point about filtering your prospects and stuff. And then he made a comment again. And he's like, "No, it's me, Terrell." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. So, welcome to the show on a train." Terrell.
With a hotspot, probably.
With a hotspot, probably. Yeah, yeah. Go hotspot, right?
Hey, Steve, just to let you know, you got 6 minutes of me.
Until you
Bum,
poof.
bum, bum.
Go on.
6 minutes to poof.
Yeah, so there you go. So, I just fade out quietly. It's okay, too.
Yeah. But no, it doesn't seem like there's any other questions or comments. Earlier, Ted Wasco said hi to everybody. Hello, Ted.
Hey, Ted. Good to see you, Ted. Ted's here every week. I appreciate that, Ted. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's a trooper. He's always here.
Absolutely. And Ted's involved in some great communities also. He's somebody that I like to follow on the web. Ted Wasco.
I see. Oh, and now Terrell's back signed into his real account. He says, "Sorry to confuse you, Zane. That's not a problem." Richard Jones says, "Bye, Rob. Hope you get to a sour power source soon."
You have 5 more minutes, so yeah.
Hey, Richard, great to see you again too. All
So,
right.
yeah, no, very active group, very chatty. Thanks for giving us your comments, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into the next segment, shall we?
All right. Well, this is good because let me bring myself on the screen here. All right. So we always start when we're helping out clients. We always go and help them with their past customers first. I'm demonstrating why in the past segment. Once we have those pistons all firing, once we're going on all cylinders, now we can start focusing on growing our list. Zane made an excellent point at the beginning of the show. You know, when you've got a back end in place, then it's going to help you with your list building. It's going to help you attract new prospects, help you attract new customers, and that's right. And the reason why we talked about before, there's 3 possible outcomes of attracting a new customer, and those are, who wants to answer that?
I think Rob was saying that he wanted to answer that.
Yeah, okay, Rob. Before you poof, the 3 possible outcomes of attracting a new customer are?
You can get a customer, you can not get a customer, or you can keep a customer.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, Rob. I'm talking about yes, no, and maybe.
Oh, yes, no, maybe. Okay, sorry.
Yes, no, and maybe.
I'm just feeling sad because I'm 3 minutes away, and then I was kind of like I heard the Titanic sinking, and they're playing that last song, and I was just kind of being somber. So that's all.
And they kept playing that song right as the boat went down, didn't they?
They did all the way down.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Are you about to poof?
3 minutes. So I'm still here.
All right. All right. So yes, no, and maybe. And the reality is most businesses, they focus on yes and no. It's what I call whack-a-mole marketing. They treat everybody the same way. They come in and boom, 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 and they try to hit them with the same message and the same action, okay? And they're treating everybody as yes and no. Now the problem is that only 3 to 5% of those people are yeses, those that we call RWAs, all right? The other 95 to 97% are really maybes. But by default, if you don't have maybe in place, they become no. What does it mean? They go away, they never come back. They fall through the cracks. Your funnel is a sieve, all right? So we put in place what we call the leak-proof marketing system to plug those holes. And the way we do that is by having an effective back end in place. Now, when you have an effective back end in place, it's time to crank up the volume. It's time to grow your list. It's time to put as much into that funnel as possible. Is that all making sense?
Yeah, so let me ask you a question. As part of your process, I think I'm all about mindset. So, I think a lot of business owners don't look at the value of a customer. I think they tend to just look at the customer as a one-time thing. And so I think it's really important if, you look at the life of a customer over a year, it's a significant as opposed to just, I just lost a little customer and they're $30 a month like a restaurant. Yeah, but if they come in twice a month, you're looking at $1,500 a month. And $1,500 a month times 50, so it adds up. And so people don't realize that. When I have a conversation with someone, I have a massage therapist who really understands that. She tries to get someone in every 2 weeks consistently. She gets $80 for a massage. So that's $160. So she's making almost $2,400 a month or a year. And so she really goes out of her way to make sure that she keeps that client. And she adds extra services like she does hot stone therapy and stuff. And it really has made a difference because a lot of places like that will charge extra. She doesn't nickel and dime you. So she makes an extraordinary customer experience. And she has very low customers, and her income is reflective of that because she really works very hard to keep her clients. And it really makes a difference. And she doesn't have to scramble all the time like a lot of massage therapists, always trying to get clients, because she knows the value of her customer, which is not just the one massage at $80. It's the $80 at 80 every 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, which is ultimately $1,000 for one client. So
that's an excellent concept. And that's what we call that lifetime value of a customer. And you're 100% right, Rob. And most businesses cannot, they don't have the tools in place to measure a lifetime value of a customer. And so what you're saying is right on. And congratulations to that business owner, that massage therapist, because she's probably ahead of 2/3 of all businesses in terms of her ability to go after her business in that way. So
Absolutely.
Good for her.
Absolutely.
Good for her. All right. And you're
I give her a little help.
What's that?
I give her a little help.
Well, good for her for having you as a client.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm a client, then she's my client as well, so it works out great.
It does.
And it's really
All
making
right.
a difference.
Hey, Rob, I got to go forward.
I got to be gone.
Okay, poof. All right. So let's talk about cranking it up right now. Let's talk about growing that list. Now that we understand having the back end firing on all cylinders. We live in phenomenal times. We are so fortunate at the tools at our disposal. And most of the time, most businesses have no idea what's even out there. It's confusing. We understand it. We talk about internally. We talk about bright, shiny object syndrome because we see cool things all the time and we just want to grab it all. We just want to go off this way and that way. And it's hard. But the reality is when you can do that, when you can scan the environment and find these opportunities and pull them in and understand how to put them to work, we live in some amazing times where we can grow lists and get our message out like never before. Not only does the internet give us the ability to communicate far and wide, it also gives us an amazing ability to target locally, find people in close proximity to us that are our best and most likely customers, and focus our messages towards them. How often do you hear businesses say, word of mouth advertising works best for me? Okay? And it's true.
Every time.
That's right. There's nothing more powerful than third-party credibility. All right? Very, very powerful. But we can leverage that, and we can get even more of that now by using these tools. So what am I talking about? Let me show you, I want to show you a couple specific tools that we recently started using to grow our list, and I want to show you some amazing results. And for this, I'm going to try to do a live kind of screenshot here. I'm going to go to Facebook, and I want to show you something from one of my clients. Zane, where's your Babalu shirt?
In my bag.
Oh,
somewhere.
Okay.
I didn't think it was supposed to be like a weekly thing.
That's
all
all
right.
right.
A Babalu shirt.
Maybe he needs to send me a new one every week.
Could be. All right,
I don't have a Babalu shirt, and by the way, I wear an extra large.
Okay. We're gonna plug our friends here, Babalu, one of my clients, and I want to show you what am I talking about with these tools. Hang on, I guess I gotta share my screen. All right, we are now at Babalu's Facebook page. Okay, now you've all seen a Facebook page. You know what this looks like. Most people spend all their time here in the timeline, and we work very hard at driving up all the affinity rankings that you probably do or you're familiar with on Facebook. But we use Facebook for a purpose. We want to meet people on Facebook, then we want to capture them into our funnel, and we want to engage them into our buying process, into our back end. We've got a back end in place behind Facebook. I will tell you that 99% of businesses out there do not have their back end hooked up to Facebook. And let me show you how cool this is. First of all, we want to engage them with something that's going to get their attention. So we created a game to win a box of cigars. And it's a scratch-off game. Look here, just like a lottery, but you can play this on your computer. So in the header, we say scratch and win instantly. We've got an arrow pointing to win a box of cigars. Now, when you click on this, this is locked. Okay? This is locked, and the way you unlock it is by connecting with Facebook, by clicking on that button. Now, the act of clicking on that button just captured them into our back end. If you were doing this for the first time, you'd see one of those boxes that say, will you allow us to access your information? You've all seen it a million times. And what that's doing is that's building our list. That's capturing in the back end. Now, people do that for two reasons. Number one, they want to win a box of cigars. Number two is they want to know what it's like to play scratch off on your computer. And this is what it looks like. We bring up a lottery card, and, well, I didn't win this time. I didn't win, but I did get a $5 off coupon, which I can click here, and it gives me the coupon code, and I can go directly to their store. So folks, how cool is that? I'm now at their store. How cool is that, that engaging them on Facebook gets them into the funnel and gets them wanting to buy right away? You guys like that? Is that cool? Now, let me show you what's happening behind the scenes.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. Let me show you what's going on behind the scenes. I got to switch my screen share here. 1 second. What's going on behind the scenes when we did this is, number one, by doing this, look what happened. Now, this was not just the game, but this was also because of our posts, and our posts getting people to want to play the game. Look how our viralness and our reach has been growing on Facebook. All right? Check out this alone. On the day we launched the game, this was the day we promoted it the heaviest. Look at that. 70 people played it on the first day alone. And you know what happened with those people? That's right here, okay? This is our actual customer growth in our funnel. This is our new contacts into our funnel, away from Facebook. These are now people that we have now captured from Facebook, brought them into what I call our home base. We now have these people. We own these people. We can, you know, they are ours. Facebook can't take them away or anything. And what are we doing? We are now sending them messages on a regular basis. Notice we gave them a $5 coupon. That $5 coupon is good for 7 days. So what happens for the next 7 days? For the next 7 days, we send them messages reminding them to use their coupon. Okay? Babalu's business has gone up dramatically ever since putting this into place. So that is the importance of tying in tools like social media and tying it into your back end so that it can grow your sales. Now, to do that, we used this program here. It's a scratch and win program, and here's a link for it. And by the way, it's what we call an affiliate link, and yes, I do get commission if you buy it. You don't have to use this link if you don't want. You can search the web, but what I will do is put that into the comments here. Oh, they don't let us do that. You'll have to write that down. It's zaplink.us/JVZVD scratch.
Yeah, okay. I'll put it in the description below.
Yeah, we'll do that.
The replay's ready.
How do you guys like that? Is that pretty cool? How we were able to take people from Facebook and drive them into a buying funnel? And not only that, now we can measure those stats. Any comments over there, Zane?
Yeah, actually, quite a few. I gotta say, thanks, guys. I mean, you're making the whole hangout much more interesting, and we really appreciate the comments. One of which, a question we have from Richard Jones is that asks, Steve, do all of them win, or is this realistic? Only some of them win?
No, it is entirely realistic, Rich. There is a winner every so many scratches. There's a winner that wins a box of cigars. Okay? Now the rest of them, the majority of them, they don't win, but everybody gets a $5 coupon, and that alone helps drive more business to Babalu. So thanks, Richard. Great question.
Yeah. Well, and also, I mean, there were some questions that were thrown in that I don't know if we really have time for, but actually, Richard has been very chatty with everybody. You know, giving them his insights and what he thinks. So those of you who are curious, I think he makes some very good points to some of these questions. So be sure to definitely check out the comments and say hi to Richard, because he really seems to know his stuff.
Absolutely. And now I want to show you the second thing that is very cool. And this is a new product that is just launching today, but I was part of the beta program and I've been testing it, and it's very, very cool. And again, what I'm showing you here is leveraging software to grow your list. All right. And because now with our back end in place, we want as many people in that funnel as possible. So let me show you one more here. Okay. Anybody recognize that good-looking guy? All right. This is a brand new piece of software, and it's called Viral Opt-ins. And the way this works is it puts in an opt-in page. Now, we talked about this a few weeks ago. We talked about squeeze pages, opt-in pages, and so forth. This is obviously linked to my funnel. I want people to come in here because they get into the funnel. But let me show you what happens when you get in here for the first time. Let's call opt-ins, and we'll just say test opt-ins adds a. Now when I register, watch what happens. Okay, I come to a second page, and this second page says, there's a super bonus. It says, unlock your super bonus from Steve Rosenbaum. I'd like you to have a copy of my best-selling video and companion book, Automatic Follow-Up Messages That Sell More Stuff. Simply share the link below with your friends. When just 4 of your friends register for the Viral Opt-ins bonus, I'll send you the private link to download this great product. Simply send the link below to your friends and also share it via social media. So if you copy this link and send it to your friends, or if you share it using these social media buttons, okay, people click on that link, what happens? I get credit, okay? Let's just do this real quick. Let's see how I do this. I'm going to copy this.
Cool. And while you're doing that, Adam had a follow-up question. Adam Tarbox, he says, he asks, oh wait, no, that's that was the new question. We'll come back to that. Adam Tarbox says, what do you use to capture the Facebook emails in the Scratch Off campaign?
Well, I can't go into the specifics of everything right here because we did piece it together with a few things, but we can follow up afterwards, Adam, and do that.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Now, what I wanted to show you here was that I went and signed up a second time, but I used that copied link. Now let's go back to the first one. Whoop.
And Richard, we'll come back to that slide that you're asking about with the Zap link. So we'll come back to that in just a second when Steve's finished.
All right. Now, the first one I think was test. Here's what happened so far. I already opted in, I filled out the form, and then I sent this out to my friends, okay? I signed up one more person to demonstrate for you under a different email using that link. Now, when I come back a second time, look what it says. It says I have a referral.
Very cool.
One people. one person has registered through your link. You only need 3 more to unlock your bonus. Why not promote again right now? Simply send the link below. Okay, so what happened here? This rewarded me for sharing this with my friends. Now, by getting one person to add your list, I can grow this by 4 people, or I can make this 10 people, okay? And this grows your list exponentially. Remember, we talked about the power of a third-party credibility, the power of referring something from a friend. Zane, if I sent you something, I sent you a link, I said, Zane, this is really cool, you need to check it out. Would you check it out?
Yeah, of course. You're my friend.
Yeah. And would you give any credibility to the fact that I referred it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. So folks, now think about that. That's stuff that you can do for your clients, or if you own a business, these are things you can use for your business. And folks, we've got hundreds of these types of things. But what I want to show you is that there are tools out there to help you grow your list exponentially. But caution, fix your back end first. Lead with your back end, or the money you invest over there gets wasted. Zane?
Very, very well said. No, I couldn't really put it any better myself. If you have it set up the right way, then you're not going to be wasting any money anywhere, and it's just going to keep building. And, like I mentioned before, it's not about just surviving; it's about thriving. And doing
Exactly right. Exactly right.
All right.
So that program, by the way, was called, one second, that was called Viral Opt-ins, and I have a link for you there too. These are products that I actually use, and that's why I don't mind sharing them with you. Hang on, this isn't working. There we go.
Yeah. So Steve, can you zoom in a little bit? Richard was wondering if he could get like the last bit of that Zap link so he could just type it in manually.
Yeah, let's see if I can.
Let's see, it's /JVZD scratch. Oh, there we go. Very
Richard,
cool.
can you see that?
There you go, Richard. Excellent. Yeah, and I mean we're a few minutes away from the end of the show, so
yeah,
after this I'll be putting the link in the description. So we'll
chat.
Yeah.
Okay, I've totally messed this up. Sorry, Richard.
I think he's got it, and if not, he'll have it in just a second.
We will put it in the follow-up messages from there. So yeah, folks, it was a fun show today. I'm glad we got to talk about important topics: reactivating past customers, how to use past customer letters, how to get that back-end funnel in place first, and once you have that in place, work on your lead generation, explode your leads. Leverage software, social media, but do it with a plan and a purpose. Most importantly, an automated system. Zane, what do you say, buddy? We're winding this thing down.
Yeah, you know what? Again, I'm just I'm excited to see more and more people coming to the show, more comments, getting more interactive. I mean, it's really great to see something that we're also passionate about and other people sharing that same passion. The sales CPR process is extremely important, and if you don't, then, well, you're leading without a solid back end, and you absolutely need that. So again, to expound on your point, if you don't have that, then you're doing yourself a huge disservice, and once you do have it, you really got to keep pushing to get more leads into the business so that the system can take care of your prospects, and you can focus on what you do best, which is running your business and making your customers happy.
Absolutely. And folks, those of you that were here on the show, if you came to today's show from a personal invitation, I think I shared that link for Viral Opt-ins in that same email. So go back and find that email, and the link is right there. Get the program. It's great. If you're a business, start using it right away to build your list. Of course, if you've got your back end in place. If you don't have your back end in place, and come to us. Come to Zapowie. You can go to buildbigbiz.com or you can go to zapowie.com. Contact us, and we will get somebody in touch with you to help you out. We are here to help you improve your business. That's all I've got for today. We will be here next Tuesday, doing it all over again on Build Big Biz. Check out the replays, on our YouTube channel, and also at the Build Big Biz site. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. This is Steve Rosenbaum on Show Me Your Back End with Zane Miller, our executive producer. Zane, congrats again, and travel safe and as you continue to globetrot.
Absolutely, heading to San Diego to Mario Brown's event. And this last minute, again, guys, leave your questions and your comments here. It's been an awesome show, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Thanks, folks, and tell your friends about us. Oh, there goes Rob.
Hey! All right, yeah. Show me your back end. What? All right. See you later, guys. Have a great day.